This one is for you guys out there who are looking to have a deeper understanding of female pleasure, the female body, and looking to understand specifically more about vaginas and the female orgasms. And first of all, I want to say congratulations that you're looking to expand your knowledge in this way. It might seem like a minor superfluous thing, but what you're actually doing is you're going into something that's extremely potent, powerful, and extremely deep, and can have such an incredible effect on your whole life, the life of your partner, and your life together. Let's be honest, most marriages break down because of sex going wrong, because people don't know how to have sex. So it's really, really distressing. It's really, really expensive, and you don't want to be one of those statistics, right, that's losing your love because you don't know how to have sex. Now, I've written like a lot of blogs talking about everything from the clitoris to the G spot to the K spot and you name it, and I think it's really, really good to understand about these pleasure spots. It's good to also understand about the reflexology zones, but when you just look at the G spot or the K spot and so on, the mistake that you're making is that you're looking at individual pieces of a puzzle and you're not looking at the whole bigger picture. So when you ask, what is a vagina, right? The vagina is a portal into the spirit realm. You know, we all know this because where do new lives come from? Where do babies come from? There's only one place they come from, which is a vagina, and it's a miracle that happens in there when a new life is formed, when a new life grows and then is birthed out. But a miracle can also happen every day through sexual intercourse, through any kind of connection with the vagina, which can include connection from the mind, connecting into the vagina, using fingers, using hands. And when there's a connection between a vagina and a penis, especially something really, really incredible takes place, because it's actually like a kind of like a key going into a lock where certain points can meet up and they can activate, the consciousness of both people involved. But it's only by doing sex in a certain way that you're actually going to get that happen. So ancient people understood, you know, when you look at things like Tantra and Taoism, we can see ancient people understood that sex has the ability to activate our whole body. It has the ability to activate our health, and it has the ability as well to literally activate our consciousness, our vision, our spirituality, and everything that really can make us like go into next level, high level, incredible human beings. It also can shut us down, and the average sex that people are having, the porn-based sex, jerking backwards and forwards, creating friction to have an orgasm, this is just shutting down people's consciousness. If this is the way that you're having sex, I know it can be very, very difficult to understand that there's so much more to it. You know, maybe you've heard about tantric sex, you've heard about the idea of going slow and not ejaculating, and you've thought, how does that make any sense? That doesn't sound fun at all. And it's one of these things, when you've been programmed and led to believe that this is the way, the only way to do it, it can be really, really difficult to see and envision that there is another way that's possible. But once you start to experience this and explore it, you will find your mind is blown and you won't believe the way that you ever did it before. You will just laugh at your former self and your former way of having sex. You know, I think that when you start having sex in this way, it's involving a shift of consciousness. It's involving a change, a big change in your own relationship with yourself. Because what's going on when we look at the friction-based sex that most people are doing is people are using sex to just get the bad energy out of the body, get the stress out of the body, get the tension out of the body, right? You know, and to kind of dump it onto the other person. So no wonder most relationships are ending up sexless, because that's what's going on, you know, and it's actually damaging and harmful to people, which is why you see so many, like the main cancers people are getting, they're all to do with the sexual diseases, basically. Having this kind of sex, experiencing sex in this way is a downward spiral, like for the entire health of your body physically, for your energy levels, and for I would just say your whole mindset, your consciousness, and everything that's going on to do with you manifesting as the person that you are capable of being in this physical dimension. Now, when we start looking at sex as a sacred thing, you know, and something I noticed, like most people, to most people, sex has just become this transactional thing, right? You know, people talk about it in this way, like it's just so cheap, it's so offhand, it's just so nothing. Now, I'm not saying you can't have sex every day, right? Yeah, you know, I think it's perfectly healthy and natural and fine to have sex every day, but it's all about how you do it and the way that you approach it. And I will just say, you know, the biggest, most important thing I have found is to literally approach my own body and the body of my beloved with a sense of awe, a sense of sacredness, as if I'm going in for like an act of worship, you know? Like I view it like, you know, the average woman, she wants, you know, a man to have sex with her and give her an orgasm, or a boyfriend to pay for her nails, or whatever you want to say. You know, to me it's like I want God to worship, you know? And when having sex becomes, you're looking for a goddess to really worship, to lay down your soul before this portal and to entreat the divine for access into the spirit realm, you're going to find your whole life is changing, and a lot of things that were going wrong will start to go right.